Hello, everyone. Luis Concepcion here from Strategic Profit Line Trading, coming to you with the plan of the week for week number 7. Here's our disclosures. This content is intended for educational purposes only. I am not a financial advisor, and all investment involves risk. Here's our agenda. I'm going to provide you with the news, provide a market overview, and while earning the main companies are winding down. We still have 415 companies reporting earnings this week. Here's our week 6 results. Went 5-2, 18 no entries, 3 in progress. So you can look into ACM, Lyft, and Humana, as those are pretty much in the zones that were provided and or leaving them. So may provide you opportunities this week. Here's the outlook on our week 7 earnings. And I went ahead and I updated this week, and we are 23-7 on the year now with the companies that met entry and our additional 2 losses this week. Moving into the news, as you can see, Monday the markets will be closed, so we have a holiday. So skipping right to Tuesday. Tuesday morning, we'll have the Canadian dollar will be affected in the morning. Nothing impacting the U.S. market. So again, for those of you trading futures and forex, be mindful the Canadian dollar has several reports that are going to be reported at 5:30 in the morning. In the evening, the New Zealand dollar will be affected, so pay attention to that, futures and forex traders. Moving on to Wednesday, nothing impacting the markets in the morning. However, be mindful that we have FOMC meeting minutes at 11 o'clock, so that can impact your trade. So be mindful of that on Wednesday. That's going to be midday. Moving on to Thursday, we got unemployment claims pre-market, so that could cause some volatility at the open. So be mindful of that. And then lastly, on Friday, we have the euro reporting in the E hours of the night, as well as the British pound. So futures and forex traders, be mindful of that, which that can impact the US dollar. So that could cause them some volatility in the morning. With that said, you can see we have an advanced GDP and price index report on Friday morning, pre-market, and then we have PMI 15 minutes after the open. So be very cognizant of your trades until 6:45 in the morning on Friday. And that's going to do it for the news this week. Moving into the charts and starting with the SPX, our level has held once again. Be mindful that this was the news catalyst was government shutdown, possible government shutdown, and the market did sell off on Thursday. Was anticipating this on Friday. Our members were prepared for this, and they did happen to plan accordingly. However, our demand zone is still holding here at 6785.08 to 6757.29. Be mindful that February is usually a down month in the market, and we should recover in the upcoming 2 months to March. On the supply side, still here intact, 6966.69 and 6995.41. Moving on to the Nasdaq. Nasdaq showing a little bit more strength now than the S&P 500. Supply zone still intact. 2582.12 to 26206.45 on the supply side. On the demand side, 2438.36, 23877.55. Now, while the Nasdaq is showing a little bit more strength this week, overall it's weaker than the S&P 500. Let me make that clear. As you can see, we've only made it up to the all-time highs once. And if I go back to the S&P 500, we've been up here several times. With that being said, Apple was a big catalyst on why the markets fell last week. So be mindful as that too, as Apple is showing weakness. Moving on to the Dow Jones being stronger than the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq. As you can see, we're nowhere near the levels. Starting to form supply here. Just understand this is still somewhat weak and not defined. On the supply side, I have 500.92 to 505.24. And on the demand side, 475.92, 472.11. Because the NASDAQ is strong, we're going to utilize this level right here. Be mindful, it's a pretty large level. So do your best to utilize options to trade this. That's going to be the 483.88 to 478.60. Moving on to the showing a little bit more weakness than the Dow Jones. Kind of sideways here. The supply zone I have for you is going to be at 2713.78 to 2736.88. If anybody took the demand zone that we had from last week, worked like a charm, took off from here, and now we're approaching it again. 2585.07 and 2562.37. Utilize this level with caution now, as we did go into it pretty deeply. So looking to see if we can get, with a quiet week this week, get a recovery of some sorts this week. Now moving into earnings for the week, starting with Monday after the market. First company I have for you is Sunoco, ticker symbol SON. On the demand side, 46.43 to 45.17 with a subsequent level at 43.77 to 42.36. And on the supply side, 60.24 to 61.79. The next company I have for you and going to Tuesday morning is going to be Energy Transfer, ticker symbol ET. For those of you who have missed this energy run, this is probably a stock that you can attempt to utilize at a cheaper price point. That's going to be 1751 to 1726 on the demand side, and this company on supply side is going to be 20.74 to 2108. So you got about a $2 run here. And if you meet entry here, about a $3 run to back up to the upside. Next company I have for you is Medtronic, ticker symbol MDT. On the demand side, 90.72 to 88.96. And we have a subsequent level at 81.64 to 79.26. On the supply side, 106.64 to 109.73. You can see we've attempted to come up to this level a couple of times and haven't made it there. So looking like there's quite a bit of supply up here at this level. Next company I have for you is Leidos, ticker symbol LDOS. No supply in this company has all-time highs of 205. However, on the demand side, we got 160.35 to 156.05 with a subsequent level at 150.87 to 143.37. Next company I have for you is going to be CNH Industrial, ticker symbol CNH. Cheaper stock for those of you who are looking for a cheaper stock to trade. On the supply side, 15.15 to 15.76. On the demand side, 11.07 to 10.51 with a subsequent level at 10.31 to $9.77. Next company I have for you is Floor, ticker symbol FLR. On the demand side, 36.15 to 34.21. On the supply side, 55.47 to 57.53. Moving on to Tuesday after the market, first company halfway is going to be Palo Alto Networks, ticker symbol PANW. On the demand side, 143.88 to 131.97. On the supply side, 199.07 to 207.28. Next company I have for you is Cadence, ticker symbol CDNS. On the demand side, 266.25 to 244.77. Be mindful this level has already worked. As you can see, we got a turn here. That's the level that's holding it up. We have a subsequent level at 226.92 to 217.76. On the supply side, 333.25 to 341.47. Next company I have for you is going to be Devon, ticker symbol DVN. On the demand side, 33.92 to 31.26. With a subsequent level at 28.73 to 24.01, and on the supply side, 53.34 to 57.51. Next company I have for you is going to be Toll Brothers, ticker symbol TOL. On the supply side, this is all-time high, so utilize this level with caution. See if we can get out of this level before they report earnings on Tuesday afternoon. 164.01 to 169.80. Again, utilize this level of caution. On the demand side, 148.29 to 141.66. Moving on to Wednesday morning, first company I have for you is going to be Analog Devices, ticker symbol ADI. No supply, as you can see, all-time highs 343.96. First demand level I have for you is going to be here at 284.68 to 269.35. Next company I have for you is going to be Garmin, ticker symbol GRMN. On the demand side, 192.20 to 184. Realize this level has already worked on one occasion. We have a subsequent level here at 164.72 to 160.61. And on the supply side, 246.80 to 254.36. Moving on to Wednesday after the close, first company half for you is going to be Carvana, ticker symbol CVNA. On the demand side, 333.71 to 304.42. We tempted this on Friday and jumped right out of it. See what happens this week with it. However, you have a subsequent demand level here, 264.02 to 245.45. And on the supply side, 473.79 to 486.79. Next company I have for you is going to be Pan American Silver, ticker symbol PASS. Following silver, silver's been on a tear this year. The first demand level I have for you is going to be 46.51 to 43.35, and no supply in this company. Next company I have for you is going to be DoorDash, ticker symbol DASH. On the supply side, 234.56 to 244.89. Be mindful this level has already worked on one occasion. On the demand side, 131.46 to 120.24, with a subsequent level at 92.46 to 83.46. Next company I have for you is going to be eBay, ticker symbol eBay. On the supply side, 98.57 to 101.31. On the demand side, 72.95 to 70.23. Moving on to Thursday morning, first company I have for you is going to be Walmart. Walmart's been on a tear as well, at all-time highs after all-time highs. No supply in Walmart. First demand zone I have for you is going to be at 117.49 to 115.45, with a subsequent level at 107.97 to 103.67. Next company I have for you is going to be John Deere, another company who's been on a tear as of late. All-time highs here on John Deere. First level I have for you is going to be on the demand side, 529.48 to 505.94, and a subsequent level at 487.34 to 472.52. Next company I have for you is going to be Lemonade, ticker symbol LMND. On the supply side, 87.72 to 94.37. On the demand side, 38.74 to 35.42. Moving on to Thursday after the market, first company I have for you is going to be Newmont, ticker symbol NEM. This is our level that previously worked at 109.57 to 104. 41 on the demand side, and then a subsequent level here at 92.64 to 88.22. Next company is going to be Sprouts Farmers Market, ticker symbol SFM. Has a severe drop this year. This level starting to hold 65.72 to 60.45 on the demand side, and then a subsequent level at 52.08 to 46.95 on the supply side, 103.27 to 110.46. Next company I have for you is going to be Texas Roadhouse, ticker symbol TXRH. This supply level has worked 195.84 to 200.16, and on the demand side, all the way down here at 151.80 to 144.56. Gonna do it for me in the charts this week. If you're not doing so already, do me a favor and follow me on social media. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to email me or anything you'd like me to cover. And then, as always, do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. Until next time, happy trading.